My name is Cecile Leatherman, and I'm from Irving, Texas. I had yo-yo dieted through the years. I was not big on exercise, and I had done Diet Center, and I was successful in losing the weight, but I always went back to eating like I did before and regained the weight. But primarily Diet Center. I've been on Weight Watchers. I've kind of run the gamut of diet programs. And so my husband had told me, he said, if you would just exercise, you wouldn't have a problem. So I started on that adventure, and it has really changed my life significantly. Basically, I didn't have any energy, and I had been gaining weight. Just whatever I ate, I gained. In December, I had a medical exam, and my blood sugar was up. Not a whole lot, but higher than it should be. And I was a little bit afraid of type 2 diabetes. My daughter-in-law had been in a boot camp in Houston. She talked about it a lot, so I was sitting on the couch one night and I thought, I need to do something. So I took my phone and looked up boot camp, Irving, Texas, and New Way Fitness came up. So I called. The funny thing, I thought it was 5:30 in the afternoon, and I found out it was 5:30 in the morning, but I just determined to go. I felt like I had to do something because I felt tired. I felt particularly weak in my knees, and I have almost 5 grandchildren to lift and to play with. So I really just determined that I needed to do something. So I called and signed up, not being sure whether I could really do it. I didn't know how tough it was or what would be required of me. I wasn't skeptical. I thought it would be good for me if I could just perform it. I just didn't know. I'd heard about boot camps, like they try to kill you maybe, or that it's pretty hard. And so I thought, I'll give it a try, and if I can do it, then that's what I'll do. And again, when I first joined, I couldn't do everything perfectly and as many times as I needed to. But as I continued, I was able to do what they asked me to. The first time I went, I felt better every time. After that, I could not do everything that was required, but Jason was very gracious and encouraged me and helped me, and each time I improved, just a little bit, and I really got hooked on it, and I felt so much better.
So you talked about Jason. Did you feel like he did a good job of modifying movements for you and working with you specifically?
Absolutely. And he did not. He always would say, everybody do this, and Cece, you do this. He tailored it for me. He seemed to be able to tell what I could and couldn't do, and so he allowed me to do what I could, which I really appreciated that, and it made me feel included, and it made me feel like there were some things I could do, and it spurred me on. I would practice at home to try to do the things he wouldn't let me do, so that the next time I went, I could do it.
So doing boot camp, you modifying these movements, you've had no injuries, no issues at all?
No, not one, other than just feeling better.
That's not a bad thing to have.
Yeah, right.
Great. So let's talk about specific results. So how much weight have you lost since you started boot camp?
I've lost 15 pounds.
And tell me about like fitness, some of the fitness things that have improved as a result of boot camp.
One thing particularly I was concerned about was my balance, first of all, and then my knees. Now, my knees don't hurt, but I just felt weak in my knees, like climbing stairs. I just wasn't wasn't as peppy as I used to be. And that has really improved, just in a major way. And, lifting things, I can do much more than I could before. My arms were particularly weak just from, not doing the motions. And I feel a much greater strength in my arms. I can lift my grandchildren without huffing and puffing. So just, I think general overall strength and well-being, it makes me feel great. And I think I've always been a fairly happy person, but I think it just the mood it creates. When you feel better, you're just happier, and it's just a great feeling. Well, just more energy to do the things I need to do at home, and just a great sense of well-being. And I feel like I'm doing something really good for myself. I was diagnosed with osteopenia. I do take a blood thinner, and that accelerates osteoporosis. So I feel like I haven't had a test yet, but I'm anxious to see if the weightlifting and everything has helped that. So that I just had some issues like that I really wanted to work on and see if I could improve them.
Great.
I would say do it. I mean, it can't be bad for you. It's only good. And it's better to do that than to have to take medicine and to have to spend your life at the doctor's office, which I did not want to do. And so I feel like it's an investment. I feel like I'm investing in my health so that I can do the things I need to do. One of the things I found very interesting when I went, not really knowing what to expect, the ladies in my boot camp were so encouraging to me, along with Jason. They just cheered me on. They were just, it was just amazing. I mean, they were people I did not know, had never seen before, and they just took me in immediately, just cheered me on with what I could do, and really helped.
Great. Well, we greatly appreciate you. We greatly appreciate the courage it took to come out to boot camp. Not a lot of people would make that commitment, and I really feel like your story will inspire other people to make that positive change. And like you said, you have a choice: either be proactive and be healthy and be fit,
Right.
or go the other route, which is not fun. And we both have seen that happen, and that's not a fun route to go. So I hope you inspire people to make a change and just pick up the phone, make the next step to improve their health and fitness.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Cece.
You're welcome.
Great.